church. Tupelo is a religious community, at least claims to be. Somebody said there are more churches here than Christians. I don't believe that. But anyway, but religion through less so maybe through the Cork series, although I haven't read all of them, but certainly in your other novels. In fact, Cork is how you would describe him, and maybe he evolves back and forth too. But you've got the priest in Iron Lake that's part of the story too. Talk a little bit about I think a lot of writers these days either intentionally or just don't think about it, don't really have much of a religious piece of their writing. But you do talk about that a little bit. See what's important about that, or is it just something that's it's a natural part of your life? It's something that you're familiar with and deal with.
Well, yeah, the spiritual journey has been an important thing for me my whole life.
Yeah.
We're all on a spiritual journey, whether you embrace that or not.
Yeah.
That's what I believe at any rate. And so I often talk about that in my work. And it's something that comes very naturally for Cork O'Connor because he's a man of mixed heritage. He's Irish American and he's Ojibwe. So he has a foot in two different spiritual traditions: his white Catholicism, his Irish Catholic, and his Ojibwe spirituality. So very often in those stories, he's trying to figure out where his unique spiritual path lies. So that's certainly been an issue for me. I think it's probably an issue for most of us as we struggle through life, trying to understand why we're here and what's the purpose of our lives and all of that. How do we connect with the larger spirit of the universe, all of that. So, yeah, I have no problem at all. It's very unusual for a mystery series to really begin to ask the difficult spiritual questions. But why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, somebody needs to. Why not you?
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've discovered, Jack, is, I can talk about things that are important to me, social issues, spiritual issues. And as long as I couch these questions I pose in the context of a really good, compelling mystery, even people who, don't give a hoot about the spiritual journey or maybe believe things socially different from what I believe will still read me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they agree with me,
Yeah.
but maybe I've got them thinking a little bit more about the issue then.
Yeah. Our friend of our bookstore, John Grisham, doesn't shy away from putting his, his Innocence Project, one of the things, innocent people trying to get them out of prison,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. I mean, he's not afraid, and I think the older he's gotten, the less, well, not that he was ever afraid, but more often you see a little more. This Sully, which was his last book about this basketball player, talked about the refugee situation in Africa as part of that story,
Mm-hmm.
and just had one of the characters was an immigration lawyer in North Carolina that helped assimilate some of these immigrants. I know, if you don't mind me mentioning something in his personal life, your wife Diane has been working with immigrant family from Afghanistan recently
Mm-hmm.
to do that same kind of thing. So I think that's interesting. Again, I think you've succeeded in making your mysteries more than just a whodunit, and I applaud that. And I think people around here would be interested in that